I'm your host, Deja Tyler, here at the 2014 Rise Awards in Atlanta, Georgia. Tonight, we are here to honor, celebrate, and commemorate young people that have Down syndrome, but also make an impact in the community. Stay tuned for some amazing interviews and highlights from tonight's event. Here with one of the recipients tonight, Sujit, and his mother, Dr. Sindhu. Sujit plays 13 instruments as well as traveled all across the country. Sujit, you're being honored tonight. How does it feel to have so many accolades?
Well, it's great. Wow, I just say wow. It's very great to be here. So I'm hoping everything turns out very nicely.
So out of all the instruments you play, which one is your absolute favorite?
Well, the clarinet is the most instruments, but the favorite instrument was the saxophone.
Really? Okay. And you being his mother, you must feel absolutely proud of him that he's so accomplished. So how do you feel tonight?
I feel blessed to have a son like that, and his hard work has come through, and he's become an inspiration, also a role model, which I'm very proud of it.
Well, thank you so much. Congratulations once again. And he's also playing the piano and the saxophone tonight, right? So you got something really big in store for everybody, right? I look forward to hearing your performance. Thank you so much. Congratulations. The reason why she's here tonight, she has an outreach program for the homeless. Tell me about what you do with your outreach.
Well, I doing Tuesday and Thursday feed to the homeless and to cookies and coffee and clothes. And love with the people and just love them. I pray for church and I help them and pray that God bless me.
Other than football, I know you play basketball. Like, what else do you do?
Track.
Wow.
I do bowling.
Bowling?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. What else? You golf? Do you
Golf.
Wow. So you do football, basketball, golf. What don't you do? Do you sew and cook too?
Cook.
Not only is Bernadette being honored tonight at the Rise Awards, she has traveled to several different states because she's an astounding artist. Bernadette, what is so different with you and your art?
We are different, that we made ourselves that way because we have to stay in our internal life, as with all the good things that we talked about through the exhibit, and be with the staff and the members of the whole art. And art is more like we used to do,
right,
like having arts and crafts, and it's handcrafted and handmade of lots of things in the whole studio and the tour.
I'm here with Grace, who's also a recipient for the 2014 Rise Awards in Atlanta, Georgia. She's being honored for being a part of a photo exhibit that travels. So Grace, how old are you?
12.
How old are you? How old are you?
Said 12.
She is 12 years old and already traveling around just for her work. So
she's in this international photo exhibit, and she's on there, and she also blogs for them with my help. And then she's in I have an app company that teaches sign language, and it's on iTunes and Google Play called Sign Me a Story, and she's my sign language demonstrator.
Well, I wrote this book. It's 20 years and 20 pages. I started when he was a year old, and it came out actually on World Down Syndrome Day on his 21st birthday. And it's just, I'm often asked, how do you feel with having a son with Down syndrome? Well, like that. And I wrote it down very simple, and it's for children and adults and anybody that wants quick information. And that's how we came about this book. And and then African Americans with Down syndrome aren't in the media as often. You rarely hear about our children. So that's another reason why I had to bring it to the attention of the world that African Americans do have Down syndrome also.
I'm Deja Deja Tyler here with the Godsend Project, who is also performing tonight at the 2014 Rise Awards. So what made you guys want to be a part of this event tonight?
Well, first, Yvonne gave us our first gig back in 2012, so it was kind of a no-brainer when she asked us to come back, and we support her work in this community.
I'm here with Mark, who is a board member of the Down Syndrome Association here in Atlanta, Georgia. So Mark, tell me about what you do with your board association.
So the Down Syndrome Association of Atlanta is an advocacy group. So we exist to provide funding to other organizations that are on the ground, really doing the hard work and the day-to-day to support guys like Sean and some of the award recipients here tonight.
You're pretty popular with Sean. He loves you. Like, you guys were taking pictures earlier. So how important do you think it is for the community to get involved in something like this?
I think it's critically important. I think it's something, if they come and see it and be involved with it for themselves, that they really take something away from it that calls them back to continually be involved going forward. So I think it's very important.
So why do you think it's so important for people to be out here supporting this event tonight?
Well, because there's still so much information that's still not known, so many variables, and every case is so different. The more they know, the better the support, and the less scared they'll be in the long run.
What are some of the things we found? We've understood more about what causes Down syndrome, and then with the resource that we've built, we've been able to actually understand the different kinds of errors that occur. And then what we've been focusing on recently is congenital heart defects, which are a big concern among those with Down syndrome. However, some have structurally normal hearts, some have a very severe type of heart defect, and we found that the main cause of the heart defects are rare mutations in the genes. So we're now trying to replicate that and move forward to identify ways that we could potentially think about treatment.
So why do you think it's so important to shed light and to celebrate these kids when, even if they have Down syndrome, why do you think it's so important to still celebrate what they do?
Oh, after so many years and after people telling them what they cannot do, we just are happy that people are finally able to see that not only can they can excel at the same things that we can.
If people want to get in touch with you about your organization, your outreach, how can they do that?
Well, me, my mother, doing we serve food and hug them and love them, and all the people are very special.
Awesome. And then the name of our organization is called Comfort of Hope Homeless Outreach.
If someone wants to get involved with what you do, how can they get in touch with you?
Our organization is a benefit of my daughter Zaria. Actually, Zaria was a model for Yvonne's organization for years as a special needs model. And they can just Google us or go to Facebook at Zaria Song, and that's ZAIRAS SONG, Zaria Song. Thanks.
So people want to get involved with what you do specifically, how can they get involved?
So they can look us up on our website, dsatl.org, and there's a plethora of information there for volunteer opportunities and information about not only our organization, but also the different groups around Atlanta that we support that are always looking for good people.
Tonight, I hope you are encouraged and motivated to get up, get out, and do something. Our recipients included musicians, football players, basketball players, chefs, and even philanthropists. There is no excuse not to get out and impact. Now is the time to impact and rise. Stay tuned with the Rise Awards 2014. I'm your host, Deja Tyler. Thank you, guys.